So I went to use the bathroom upstairs. My phone is water damaged. So and they see the opportunity to attack me. They're forming a gang with the police. Anytime my phone is water damaged, they also account to my second phone, so I can't use it to record. They disabled my second phone recording. So this NYPD, they need to be investigated for an intended racial assault when they're using Black Americans and other people to attack me. This phone is water damaged. This second phone I bought wouldn't record. This phone I'm using right now is water damage. So anytime my phone is water, anytime I have the difficulty recording, they try to attack me in the bathroom. So they're waging a war against me with Black Americans. I'm an African. I just bought this phone from Assurance Wireless, and the guy that sold it to me told me I was going to connect it to the internet. And since then, the phone was acting too. So what it does is the phone plays fun games with me. Like right now, it's recording, but at other times it will tell me my storage is full. Even I bought an external storage, even I bought an external storage for this second phone, you know, it wouldn't record into this external storage. It will tell me, so they hack into my phone and disable the. See, I have just very few memory left in the internal storage, and the external storage has a lot of memory, but my phone wouldn't record into the external storage. See, the external storage is vacant, and the internal storage is filled up. It's saying the SD card is formatted as the internal storage, but what normally happens is when I try to record, but none of my video, was just showing me the internal storage is filled up. If my SD card is formatted as internal storage, why is it not reflecting 64 gigabytes instead of 16 gigabytes? So sometimes when I try to record with my phone, it will tell me the storage is filled up. And the present phone I'm recording with is water damage. So sometimes it works, sometimes it don't work. So this is 34th Street, Penn Station. So what I'm noticing when I try to use the women's bathroom, they're creating a blockade that will block off the extra stalls and create a long line. So it will be hard for me to navigate through the bathroom with my bag. So they're creating a stampede, even though the law signed by de Blasio, who was mayor some years ago, said they should give women extra extra. They should make more bathrooms available to women because women need extra time to use the bathroom. But what they do is try to create a stampede, where they can be bumping into me. I don't know if they were trying to say I'm infecting them with all kinds of bacteria. They'll be trying to create a stampede. They'll be blocking off the bathroom, the extra bathroom stalls. They'll be condoning off with um, with a metal rail so that to create a stampede anybody I'm using, and they're trying to bump into me. I don't know, they're trying to shoot me or whatever. Say my bag is obstructing them with all kinds of stuff. So they're creating a stampede, and if I try to record, they're going to call the police. So it's like they want to engage in racial beating of me. Since I shoot this NYPD, they kill my friend every corner. So the one is to look out this NYPD is prepping for a racial assault on a transsexual African. They took my home in 2010. I sued them in 2013. Ghana was helping with the court case. They went and took him dead. And they were laughing, and they wouldn't let me get justice. I was calling the Arizona lawyer. I was hanging up the phone of me, and after that, the Arizona family settled with the city and they collected money. So I'm left out here in the cold, and I'm getting jumped, I'm getting beat out. So they don't let me use the women's bathroom. I'm a Nigerian transsexual. So the FIFA, New York is not safe for the workout, and I've been exposing this to the New York State Governor Oko's Office for Discrimination. And the more I expose it, the more they don't help me. The Office of Discrimination, they call it Division of Human Rights and Discrimination. They don't help me. And the governor said she wants the police to be taken homeless into the psych ward. My mother's daughter's belonging to a failed maintenance for my mother and got her killed in the psych ward at Bellevue Hospital. So they're prepping for a racial assault on me. They said a Black American was dragged in Los Angeles by the LAPD. Rodney King. So I think they want to assault me racial like that. They're having Black Americans punch me. And when I call the police, they won't help me, just be laughing. So they're terrorizing me. So New York, they put NYPD. They went from killing I'm so sorry. The Diallo with 40 bullets was a West African immigrant, and they said it was an accidental. To choking my friend Eric Garner dead, to raping Abdul Wima, a Asian immigrant, to now prepping. They've already choked me in 2019. It's NYPD. I have the video on my Twitter, so my life is not safe. And it's like they want to take the phone from me, because they said this is what the NYPD do. Anytime you record evidence against them, they'll find a way to claim your phone is disturbing the government administration. So they're telling me, I shouldn't even, that I shouldn't even be able to use my phone in the hallway of the bathroom, and they keep trying to bump into me. I'm a Nigerian transsexual. I don't need women bump into me in the women's bathroom. So they're creating the bathroom as a torture zone, like the way they do Abdul women. They're planning to repeat it again, and they're giving them, immunity. When the police officer was killed by Spanish male, a Long Island-based police officer, and NYPD guy, the governor went to the funeral, and the police walked the governor out wrongfully. Said until it gives them more power, they walked out and she left. And now, and if they were able to walk the Governor Oko out of the funeral home wrongfully, even though she had the state police that could arrest them for insubordination, because the governor is the head of the state of New York, and the police is under our administration, and they're not supposed to wrongfully remove her from the funeral home. So these police are wrongfully removed from the bathroom and have no power to arrest them. And she's witness to their crime, that they're out of control, they lack supervision, and they walked her out of the funeral home in Long Island, and she complied and left. And she says she's supporting them. So they're now attacking me as an African, and if anything happens to me, this government is arrested as an accomplice to their terror, because she says she wants them to be removed almost to the psych ward. And that's Governor Oko. And this Mayor Adams also said, he wants homeless to be removed from psych ward in this area. So it's a Black American mayor, and it's dancing to the tune of the governor. So they're forming like a coalition to assault me as a Black African. Historically, Black Americans have a hostile relationship with Africans. They said Africans colluded with Europeans to sell their ancestors into slavery. So some Black Americans tried to avenge. So it's like an attempted genocide on me. My mother's daughters, Bolani and Flora, sent mental illness on my mother, even though my mother passed the mental health test at the Bellevue Hospital and got her killed. And I heard that if they arrest you in this facility, that facility, they take you to Bellevue Hospital where my mother was killed. So they always try to get me arrested in that facility just to shame me. They've already put me in the psych ward wrongfully in 2019, as I was suing the Bellevue Hospital for helping kill my mother by putting her in the psych ward wrongfully, because our daughters ordered them to put her in the psych ward, Bolani and Flora, and my mother got killed from the stress. My mother was telling me our daughters were menacing her as she was getting treated for heart disease at Bellevue Hospital, and said she had a feeling they were trying to get the hospital to arrest her wrongfully and put her in the psych ward. Our daughters were born in America, my mother was born in Nigeria. So the NYPD and the New York State and New York City, they are inciting racist attacks against foreigners. Even Jumaane Williams, his parents are from Grenada. He was born in America. He said he has information that the high-ranking officials in New York State and New York City are colluding to abuse homeless immigrants on the street. And the Eric Adams will give me a shelter. He's helping Black Americans like me, put them in shelter. Even Eric Adams' son, his name is Jordan. They say if he wasn't homeless, he went to one of the 5-star hotels, for homeless, and stayed there and ripped up $30,000 bill. Even though the Legal Aid Society sued the city of New York in the 1990s and said people that are vacated from their apartment like me, I was vacated from a basement apartment by the NYPD, should be put in 5-star hotel. And there was a settlement agreement in which the New York City decided to comply. But since then, Eric Adams is helping Black Americans that are released from prison, put them in 5-star hotel room. So Black Americans that are released from prison, put them in 5-star hotel room, but says he wants foreigners to be limited to 30 days stay in the general shelter for foreigners. And now even I've been reaching out to him that was vacated from my home. I'm a permanent resident, and I'm supposed to be put in a 5-star hotel room, like Black Americans that were vacated from their home last year. Eric Adams put them in a hotel room, in a 5-star hotel room, and give them money. But it's not helping me. It's singling me out for abuse, and they need to look at racist, xenophobic motive behind this Eric Adams action. So the New York City Council need to do something about this. I think they're trying to do a Rodney King lynching of me as an African, which are encouraging Black Americans to jump me on the street. And when I called 911, I just got punched close to the Independence Day, July 3rd, 2014. Some days ago, I got punched in Brooklyn, and the police wouldn't help me. The police camera was showing it. It was a gang assault. So they're having Black Americans jump me. And when I try to use the bathroom, they're telling the janitors to be blocking the door and to make it look like, I have people try to bump into it, but there'll be limited space for people to move around. They'll be blocking the extra bathroom stall. So we'll all be we'll all be stampeded into a tiny space, and which is like a fire hazard. And anytime I try to record, they'll tell me no cameras in the hallway, and they'll go and bring the police. So they send me to be beat up. They say these police always beat up immigrants in the bathroom. They beat up Abdullah Women, ripped him with a stick. I think they're trying to repeat it because the Asian immigrant, when they did that to him, the police went to prison. But when they killed Amadou Diallo, a West African, they didn't go to prison. So Africans are not really liked in America and New York because of the history of slavery. So it's very hard for Africans to get just like my mother, like Diallo. So they're banking on that the jury doesn't really side with Africans when they're abused by the police. So my life is in danger. FIFA New York is not safe to also work out. Their police are attacking us as human rights activists. I'm a whistleblower for the workout. And please, the international community needs to be aware. This Eric Adam and his co-partner, Governor Oku, they are planning racial violence against an immigrant on the street to scare immigrants away from coming to New York City because Governor Eric Adams, the mayor of New York, said the immigrants are going to destroy New York City budget, the homeless immigrant. So I think they want to scare immigrants away by scapegoating us anytime chance they get, and they're instructing the police to be brutal and use me as a scapegoat. So my life is in danger. They're trying to snatch my phone from me, claiming I'm obstructing the bathroom or whatever. They have no right to take my phone. They said they do this regularly to destroy evidence. They've already stole my phone in 2019 and choked me and went and locked me in the cycle. And they plan to do it again. So this is terrorism. Terrorism, the element of terrorism has to show intentional, intentional. You have to show intention, I believe, to prove terrorism. And this is very intentional. This is not mistaken. So this governor and Governor Oko and Eric Adam, Black American mayor of New York City, and the police needs to be investigated by international community for intended terrorism. And I'm being scapegoated. I always wear a jacket in the summer because I hide my other phones that have been damaged when the police arrested me. Some of the other phone I had has been damaged, and I hid it in my plastic bag. Since 2000, I had it in my jacket since 2019 because when I leave my stuff in my luggage, when they arrest me like that, they'll leave my luggage on the side for people to come and steal and throw it and call the sanitation to take it away. So the only thing I can safely have on me is my jacket. I wear a jacket from January to December. And they said a Black American was killed that way, was wearing a jacket in Denver, and somebody called 911. It's too hot to wear a jacket, even though it was a November day. And this Elijah McClain told the police he had anemia. That's why I wear a jacket all the time. And the police choked him and called the paramedic to inject him. And they killed this Elijah McClain. I was talking about his case, and finally, I was talking about the case on the train and on Twitter, and finally, the mayor of Denver, Michael Johnston, instituted a criminal proceeding, and they were able to put the paramedic in jail for misuse of medical device. There's a drug called ketamine. It causes heart attack. I believe they're trying to overdose me with that drug. It's a psychiatric drug. They claim you're angry and you're fighting everybody. The paramedic and the hospital will give you ketamine. That ketamine also killed a Canadian actor, Matthew Perry, and they're trying to arrest the people that administer the drug, that giving them the drug. So there's a pattern of trying to use ketamine to kill people of color and foreigners in America. So it's like a genocidal neo-Nazi type movement in which, there's a growing hatred of foreigners, and people like Trump that's been xenophobic is leading the presidential poll. So, as a whistleblower against the New York City government and New York State government, and for the World Cup, saying New York City is not safe for 2026 World Cup, they are bringing the violence on the street, and wherever violence occurs, whether in the stadium or outside the stadium, as sure with soccer, FIFA always ban the venue. So FIFA, please, for the safety of civilians in New York, foreigners in New York is not safe to host the World Cup. And please, you might have to take it away because, as I'm exposing the insecurity, they're threatening me with more violence, and I don't want them to hurt other people. So please, this World Cup venue is not safe. Keep it to Canada, keep it to Mexico, keep it to other areas of America that's safer. New York City is a mess. Security-wise, my mother was killed. Her daughter's born in America. Lied on my mother that she's mentally ill, even though my mother's not mentally ill. My mother passed the mental health, and they still locked her up in the cycle. So they're treating foreign lives, especially people that are not proficient in American English, as nothing, and that they can abuse and get away with. So this is the Penn Station, and they're gonna use the bathroom, and I always have to use anti-diarrhea pills. Unless the foreigners, you can instruct them not to use the bathroom, to be very afraid for their life. I'm taking anti-diarrhea pill first. I'm always afraid to use the bathroom. I've never seen this before. I've lived in different countries. I've never seen that some countries they won't let you use the bathroom as an African. So I'm taking antibiotics. My colon could rupture because they say if you're constipated too long, your colon could rupture. So they're torturing me and they're refusing to arrest them. So and this governor and this Governor Oko of New York State and this Mayor Adams, if anything happens to me, they need to look into their connection to this. Because I've been reporting them for many years now for human rights abuse, and I'm experiencing the backlash from the police department, NYPD. So, I'm taking antidiarrheal to avoid the bathroom, but I still have to pee, and it's very hard for me. So I could experience stomach rupture. If my stomach ruptures, this Governor Oko and Eric Adams to be arrested. They're creating, a civil rights problem for immigrants. And, I'm afraid to use the Bible, but they said any little problem, the police will be locking up immigrants in the sidewalk, which is against the law. The police are not psychiatrists. Some of them don't even have more than a high school diploma. How would you know they know if you're Christian? And allowing their civilian counterpart like the janitors to try to get you to fight them. Whether you're at the 34th Street Penn Station or the Port Authority. They'll be blocking the doors. I won't be using the bathroom. And if I complain, they'll say I can't record them. And they're going to call the police. So they're creating a torture zone, and nobody has a sanctuary to commit crimes in America. I always record when they try to attack me in the hallway of the bathroom. So they believe they can marginalize me, alienate me, and soil my reputation. They want to create a torture zone about the traditional police torture people in the bathroom. Like Abdul Women, they arrested them. They said some black Americans were giving the police problem in Brooklyn, and they went and arrested this Asian immigrant Abdul Women, took him to the bathroom and ripped him with a stick. They say in America, they say no pick, no case. Those traditional people don't really record when they've been attacked in the bathroom. But the law said you can record in the hallway. So when they attack me in the hallway, I will record them. I don't record them naked in their stalls, but when they attack me in the hallway of the bathroom, I'll record them. When they try to bump into me forcefully, to my body, I'll record it and I'll go and get the police to record it. So they're creating a torture zone for immigrants. This Governor Oko needs to be investigated. This is sexual harassment. And when she's saying that any immigrant that the create problem is to lock them up in the site with any homeless. So she's creating a climate of intimidation to allow sexual harassment. They try to forcibly bump into the women's bathroom and they tell me no recording. We're going to get the police to record it. So I won't have proof. And they can just call you a crazy immigrant. They're making all these things up. They say in America, no pick, no case. So I always try to get my proof. So this Governor Oko and this Eric Adams, I'm being left purposely on the street, even though I'm supposed to be given a child. They said, even Eric Adams' son, Jordan, is not homeless. They went and stayed in one of these hotels for homeless and racked up $30,000 bill. They said this is the new hotel Eric Adams designed, mostly like some black Americans in prison, because the black Americans make the majority of people in prison, disproportionate number. So I think now it's clear that if black Americans released from prison, they put them in such hotel room. And a foreigner like me, even though the legal society has reached a settlement agreement with the city of New York since 1990s, that anybody vacated from their home, whether foreigner or not, has to be put in a hotel room. I was vacated from my home. And they refused to put in a hotel room, but they're putting black Americans vacated like me in a hotel room. So this Eric Adams is leading a policy of xenophobia against Africans and abusing Africans in favor of black Americans, and it's turning to violence, extreme violence on me. So I'm afraid I'm going to be lynched. They're having black Americans just jump out of nowhere and punch me anywhere I go. So no, FIFA, this is not safe for Africans. So a lot of Africans invested in soccer. Please, anywhere there's violence connected to soccer, inside the stadium, outside the stadium, you always ban the venue. So New York needs to be banned and move it to other places in America. America has 50 states. Move it to anywhere, Puerto Rico, anywhere. To send a message to New York that the world is aware. And they're not going to stand for this nonsense until the evidence is ready to arrest this Governor Oko and this Eric Adams before they get somebody killed with the NYPD. So the NYPD, they've been following me around with their cars on Chambers Street. As I was coming here, they were following me around on Chambers and Church. There's really no cameras around that area except for the scaffolder and the store's camera. So the stores I normally go to go get newspaper and stuff, they'll go and park the car before that. So it's really hard, So I guess, you can just film mental illness on you. It's hard, and you're wearing a jacket. I wear my jacket because I save evidence in my jacket. But sometimes they arrest me or the only time I have my jacket, they put me in handcuffs and leave up my stuff behind. So, I don't have any storage anymore to keep my stuff. That's why Because when they put me in handcuffs, I'll have my jacket. And if they arrest me, put me in sidewalk and take off my clothes and go burn until my clothes are dirty. So my jacket is not even the safest way to keep my stuff, but this is one thing I can afford now to put my clothes in my jacket. So, this is what I have to go through from January to December. I know it's hard. I have to wear my jacket to keep. I have extra phones in my pocket. I have evidence against that. One thing like when they were choking me, I was recording them. The phone fell from my hand. They choked me so much. The phone fell from my hand. I was recording them to the phone fell from my hand. And other people started recording. I had to get on my Twitter to show this they're terrorists. A lot of the police are terrorists. And this of the Oko is accusations of terror. And because it's white, and because it's black American, they use the American nationality to intimidate me. Like my mother's daughters, they were born in America, used American citizenship, and proficiency in American English to get my mother arrested in Cyprus. It's very easy to get a foreigner locked up in Cyprus and call the foreigner crazy. A lot of foreigners that married to Americans in New York City, so when the husband beat them up, the police don't arrest the husband. So because the foreigner can't speak American English, sometimes the husband will kill the foreigner. So this NYPD is very biased against foreigners, and this Governor Oko and Eric Carter are seizing on that. I'm a foreigner, and they believe they can hurt me for talking bad about them. So this is terrorism, and my life is in danger. Please, international community, please keep following this. I talk with an accent, and this Governor Oko, they can get me killed and get away with it. Nobody's going to care. But let them be one. The world will care about me. So please, international community, please, civil rights activists, this Governor Oko and Eric Carter need to be watched with the police. There may be some collusion to arrest. I'm not allowed to use the bathroom. So I'm using anti-diarrhea pills. My stomach will rupture in a moment. I'm so constipated right now. This is torture. I need to institute further charges against Governor Oko, like the governor of Illinois that was removed in handcuffs. His name is Staphylococcus. I don't know how to pronounce it because he was so corrupt in Illinois. This Governor Oko needs to be removed in handcuffs. I have more information against of atrocity, but I'm too scared to repeat it here because I want to leave the station immediately. He's spending billions of dollars here, and the place is still garbage. The bathrooms, it's not well done. So please, anytime I talk bad about her, the police will intimidate me some more, and they have some Me Too members that will call me your garbage also. They have some white females that will try to drop me also. So I believe she's being supported by the Me Too, and I was sexually harassed by the police, and the Me Too lawyer, Gloria Oris, says she can't help me because she needs the police to arrest R. Kelly at the time and Weinstein get money for a crime. She was covering up crimes, sexual harassment crimes by the NYPD. So I was trying to get the Me Too lawyer arrested for covering up crimes with the NYPD because she was bribing them to arrest Weinstein and R. Kelly. So I believe the Me Too is also influencing this governor. I believe she's supporting them to get rid of me because I'm witness that will get their lawyer, Me Too lawyer, already in prison. Because under the law, you don't bribe the police, to arrest somebody. And also, Ms. Felony, she refused to report a crime. I told her the police sexually harassed me, and the Uganda was helping me with that court because the police was took him there, and she covered it up. So they believe, I'm the witness that could get the Me Too lawyer in prison. So I'm having white females trying to jump me, trying to bump into me, and this government also says to remove me almost in Cyprus. So they're creating a climate of torture and abuse that could end up in my life being lost. So I'm taking anti-directive to avoid the bathrooms, the torture zone. FIFA, please ban New York from the World Cup. Take it to Puerto Rico, take it anywhere in America. I'm not an American hater, but I'm just saying my mother was killed here, my friend Uganda was killed, Diallo was killed here. There's a lot of killing going on by the police, suspicious killing. And Africans are not getting justice.